Hello. How is everyone doing? Been a little while. Hi, I see Chu is in the chat. How are you tonight? Bonnie, Miss Sherry. How are we doing tonight, everybody? Been a little bit. I hope you all had a good holiday season. Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. I'm Miss Romola. I would say I missed everybody, but I was busy being sick for the last 2 weeks, so that kind of put a damper on my last couple weeks. So yeah, Happy New Year. Here we are. Welcome to 2026. Hi, Miss Kim, Miss Cindy. How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, it's been kind of strange. I mean, I know I normally take off. You can't hear it in my voice. I have a little more grovelly than I usually do. So I'm still finishing getting over whatever it is that I had. I had that snafu when I was making my new logo, my new thumbnail for this year. I typed 2025 and then I went, wait a second, it's 26. I gotta back and edit that and redo it one more time and save it so I have the right date on there. I don't know if I've really written it yet since basically I haven't done anything or gone anywhere except for the last couple days. Finally getting my some stamina back and my brain back. Getting my brain back is really nice. So yeah. I hope everyone is doing well. We had a nice little cold snap. Well, we had a snowstorm. What was it? Thursday night last week? No, not that either. No, I haven't done any of it. This is the first time I actually written it. And I was like, whoops, got to go back and fix that. So yeah, we got somewhere around 8 to 10 inches here at our house. I think Kim was telling us they had 13 inches. Schools were canceled on Friday. Jeff got another day off of work from the college campus. I bet I'm not on all chat. That would help. Make sure I can see everybody. Live chat. There we go. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, a little bit of snow piled up all over the place around here. It's almost like you're up at a ski resort with a giant pile of snow in the parking lots that are probably 8 to 10 feet tall after they have plowed them up into big piles. So yeah, pretty much. It'd be nice. I'm just trying to leave so I can stay out of the snow. So, hi everybody. I'm Becky, Vintagevikingtreasures. If you haven't seen me before, this is my YouTube channel. I do Tuesday live sales. Some of the things will be, mixing it up a little bit for this next year as to how often I'm on, but that'll kind of be play it by ear as to where I am and what's going on in my crazy in-person show lives. Let's see. Kaliam. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick recap of all the things since the 12 days. I feel like I'm still finishing up some of the 12 days from December. Excuse me. I have Kim. I'm gonna meet up with her in person on Thursday, and that'll be my last. It's Kelly. My goodness. Sorry. Like I said, my brain is not all back. Good to see. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. That makes way more sense to my brain now. yeah, certain words, certain things. I'm like, wait, I know there's a thing that I'm supposed to talk about, and I don't remember what the word is. But part of that's just been getting over this crud that whatever's been going around. So thank you, I appreciate that. Um, yeah. So back to the 12 days. I will be doing my last in-person meetup on Thursday for my locals, and I still have one person out on a invoice on PayPal. So if I see them pop in the chat, I might just make sure that they know that their PayPal invoice is out there waiting for them. Because I had a few things. PayPal was glitching a little bit when I was working on those invoices, and I had a couple people tell me I haven't seen it until you. So you told me it was out there and sent it like a fourth time, and it finally showed up. And I understand PayPal's kind of wonky sometimes, so that's how it it happens. No big deal. I would just like to get my all of the 12 days things finished and wrapped up and all that before I leave again for Texas. And that is supposed to be on Saturday. So we are getting ready to go down to Round Top for the winter show, which is, January 22. It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in there. 22 to 24, something like that. I haven't looked it up again enough to remember it off the top of my head. And then I will go from there to a beautiful table setting show in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And that is the trip that I have coming up. That's why I'm like, I got to get, my brain needs to let me get back in gear so I can finish working on packing what I need to pack, sorting what I need to sort, getting things ready to go. And by Friday, Jeff and I will have to be starting to load the van again for the next round. So well, I try and wrap them up, everything up in the tissue so that nothing gets rubbed or stuck to the bubble wrap. And so it kind of makes for a lot of little packages to open up. And I hear a lot of people say that it's like having Christmas all over again. So glad you're loving all the fun stuff, Bonnie. It was fun to do the 12 days. But I think that was our last hurrah. By the time I got to the end of it, I was definitely knew that was the last one I was doing. So unfortunately, that was our last hurrah for 12 days. But it was fun. We had a lot of people. I think I had 28 buyers over the 12 days. It was pretty good in terms of where we were normally from last year, which is great. Because I know lots of the retail around here, retail for coming up before Christmas at my vendor mall was so low. It was crazy low, like the worst month I'd had all year. The best days I had were the Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Christmas of the whole month, which was nice to have after it was slow for the beginning of it. So there's Jeff popping in the chat. So yeah, I was able to get all my Christmas pulled out of my vendor mall, which put me back a few days for whatever this crazy stuff is. And I had to be down for some muscle spasm, crazy pain stuff that is part of the inflammation with this cold. And finally getting back to Jeff and I being able to get some stuff, organized this last weekend. So it's coming along. It just feels like I'm 2 weeks behind. So with that being said, as I've been sorting and been putting things aside, I was like, oh, well, would you look at that? There's a couple more of those birds. Oh, would you look at that? There's the blah, blah, blah I was looking for. So I've been slowly putting a few random things on the desk here so we have them for this sale. And I don't have a huge amount, which is fine because I probably will combined with, because I have to think about where I'll be. I'll be in Round Top next week, Tuesday, and then I think the next one's my birthday, and then I'll be back. So I'm thinking of combining maybe maybe doing a month or so and having multiple lives combined all together, because then I'll have time to be able to get back here, put it all together, all the different things like that. I know that Yvonne has done that, where she's done a box for a month, fill a box for the month, or open box. That's what it is, an open box. It's the same kind of concept that I do when I do the 12 days, except for it won't be nearly as many. Hi, Ma. Good to see you. Won't be nearly as many lives as the 12 days to combine, so that should be a little bit more manageable. Looking at doing probably 2 lives a month instead of every week, and it may float around a little bit depending on, like I said, where I am in terms of what in-person shows happen to be going on for the month. It just becomes a lot to keep track of, especially when I do stuff like being down with a cold for 2 weeks, to make sure that I can get it all pulled together. And I want to be able to do it in a timely fashion for you all. And it seems like it'd be a little bit more manageable with the in-person shows, because I have 2 shows in January. I have 2 shows in February. I have the big spring round top in March. April, we have one show scheduled. It's just a matter of which one I'm going to. May, there's a possibility of 1 or 2 shows. I have to nail those down. June, there might be a show in something to do with the Sons of Norway. And there we are halfway through the year. So I'm just kind of trying to look ahead and make it manageable, but I don't want to totally flip everything on its head and be out of routine. But I need a little bit less every week while I'm out on the road. So with that being said, I think Miss Kim is going to be doing some modding for us tonight. She's in the chat. I didn't send you a link tonight, Kim. I just thought we could go back to plain old regular in the chat, because it's not as much going on, and I'm not trying to do it nearly as fast as the 12 days. If you want that, again, we can plan ahead for that another time. It was pretty fun to be able to have Kim and Kristen pop in whenever they saw something that was going on. I did text Kristen, and she said that she is all of a sudden crazy busy again with work. Thank goodness. She and Jason did not get the sickness that I had. Jeff and I and Kristen and Jason all had lunch like a day and a half before I came down with my crud. So I think we all dodged a bullet there, where she didn't get another round of something, because she's been through the ringer this fall as well. So, but all right. So with that being said, I think we're pretty much ready to start with what I do have tonight. I have a good little assortment of stuff, and everything will have a starting price that Kim will put in the chat for us. It will be like same old. If you put in let's see if I can spit out all the words. It'll be like an offer up, unless only one person comes in. Then it's just acclaimed and sold and counted down, and we're done with it. We'll give a little bit of leeway for the lag, and hopefully the internet, Wi-Fi, all those things will cooperate with us tonight. So are we good? Good to go? I'm going to start with some birds that I found when I went to pull out the Valentine's and the last of the winter stuff that wasn't Christmas to change up in my booth. I found a few more of the target birds that we had back on, I think it was the second day of the 12 days, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Yep, it was the second day of the 12 days. So I thought I'd bring them here before I put them back out again for the booth. First, they'll be $5. This $5. I'm like going like this, $5. This guy doesn't have a tag on him. So I don't know where he's from. He's got the three tails. He kind of looks like he's like wrapped up with an off-white with a felt, and then he's got the Elmer Fudd winter hat on. It's like a toile textured hat and his little red bow tie, and his feet are wrapped in the brown yarn. I would say he's like, almost like a mummy like wrap, but the hat doesn't match that. So I think we're just looking at like a winter wrapped bird. Similar to this one, this has a 2022 metal tag, so this should be one of the target birds. Blue and white, or acro and white, acro and blue. We have the embroidery on the wings. Yeah, a little bit like a Sherlock Holmes kind of style. Both sides has embroidery. It has that like eyelet, a little more shaggy fleece, a little curlier, minky kind of to it. We have the little eyes, his little beak. He's got wrapped legs. See, I had them at different prices at my booth. I'm going to have to reprice them when I do it. I hadn't seen very many of them at the beginning. So that is the blue and ecru, or blue and off-white, or whatever we want to call it. This is the last winter style one. He's in a Nordic sweater design with the snowflakes. I think it's navy and gray. It's got a little knit cap. He does not have the the brass tag on his foot, but he has a little bell that's dangling from his wing. And then a very pale gray that should be the target with the embroidery down the middle of the tail like that. And also has the blue wrapped on the feet. Oh my goodness, something is getting me, and I'm trying to sneeze again. Not good. Excuse me. Try and prevent all the sneezes, maybe. See if that helps any. Okay, the last two I have are Valentine style. We have this little gal with her pink and red hearts. Look at the little heart on her wing. She has a bow on her head. I don't think these are Target because they're just the metal painted feet, and a little purse, a little side purse with a little ruffle at her neck. Hot pink on the feet. And kind of pairs up with the gentleman who has the cap with a love on the scarf and a checkerboard accent on the wings and the base of the bird, with the pale pink feet as well. So any of those of the 5 are all $5 starts. I was putting out the hot dog birds in my booth, and somebody's like, "Is that a hamburger bird?" And I said, "No, it's a hot dog bird." She's like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." She said, "I thought that was lettuce. I see now that it's relish." I was like, "Yep, they're pretty clever." Whoever came up with those has been really clever with their ideas. So, all right. Next up, I have, let's see, I have this little guy. It's a brass. Hello, Geneva. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Like a little brass clip. You can hang it on the wall or have it on a desk. It's a spring-loaded whale brass clip. Hold things from getting blown off your desk. This will be I can do an $8 start here. I'd probably put 12 on it in my booth. I don't think there's any markings on the back of it. It is nice and heavy. It has the detailing on both the top and the bottom fin for where you're clipping it. It'd be great for if you had like a ceiling fan or something, and then you wouldn't have to worry about stuff flying off your desk to hold onto that. Mom is interested in the sweater bird. All right. Got you. We're going to put it right here. And here I am. I didn't even get out anything to write on yet. Thanks, Ma. We were even for like a whole 4 or 5 hours today. Perfect. Okie dokie. And then the brass whale clip, I showed that. This is going to go with those. So I'm going to wait on that. Oh, well, I did. I have a little turtle. I'm wondering if it's like aluminum, some sort of a poured metal. It's very lightweight. I mean, it's not like super light, but then it has like an enamel detailing with the color, with a nice green color on the shell. No markings on it. This will be $3. I'd probably put 5 on my booth. At my booth, it's 3x3 and barely, well, 3/4 of an inch tall. So it's a cute little turtle. It's quite detailed. Just a little knick-knacky kind of guy for putting on the shelf, or he could probably sit up this direction. If you had a type cut tray shelf, you could probably get him to lean forward so you could see the top of him. That's that guy. I'll show these two. This little figurine, it's probably, I would say it's in the size of like a Wade for the size wise. It's a little bit bigger. This is made by Royal Copenhagen out of Denmark. So I think I need to start it at $12. It is almost 2x2 and is about 1.5 inches tall. It's a little frog on like a little rock that would be sticking out of a pond. This is that Royal Copenhagen, pale blue to the kind of gray or ivory colorway that you normally see that they have. There's the green on the frog, and he has a little bit of a brown or golden color underneath on the detailing. But he's just about this big. And I haven't seen a frog from Royal Copenhagen. And it will go in my Scandi stuff if it doesn't get claimed here. I thought I'd bring him here for you guys for a choice. Okay. Oh, I need to see if I can read what this says underneath. Ross. Next up, I have a pair of salt and pepper shakers. I think. Are they shakers? No, they're not shakers. They're just a pair of figurines. I'll start them at $12 for the pair. I think that they probably should be somewhere in the 25 range, but they have a few little little chips on the beak and the comb for the color. But these are adorable. They are the mint green, pale pink little chicks. They have gold accents, a little bit of black on the eyes. I haven't seen these figures before. They are just adorable in these pastel colors. Great for spring. It says Ross, and then that's a copyright underneath. Now there is no, I thought at first, like I said, that they were shakers, but I think they were in a bag, so they got a little bit knocked together. So here's the other one, has a little paint moss there. And right here on the coma, this one as well. But the faces are just adorable. The detailing on the feet is super cute. There's another one right there. I think if you got out one of the resellers that I've been watching, they've been suggesting using copyright 45. I don't know if that's a number or a year. If it's a year, that's fantastic. But they've been suggesting using nail polish to touch up colors, especially in something like this that's such a high gloss. That would make a really good way to be able to touch them up, and you wouldn't see the color loss. But here they are next to each other. They are each a little bit different position, and I probably should do some research on them now that my brain is functioning again. Hi, Miss Stephanie. Good to see you. How are you doing? I know. It's kind of crazy, some of the things that I've come across that I've just had onesie twosies and they all didn't make it to my desk. When I unloaded my car at the booth yesterday, I was like, oh, I didn't realize I had 4 boxes in my car ready to go for putting out, like, to go and get I tell you, words, to sticker and price. That's the word I was looking for. So this one I need to start at $15. It is Crystal d'Arc, I think is the name. Made out in France. It says lead crystal. Yep. Other than that, that's what it says. It's cobalt. Crystal d'Arc, made in France, lead content. It is a cobalt glass seahorse. It's got some really neat detail, some fun curve from the tail, and then the curve of the horse itself. There's its head. It's in great condition. This guy is approximately there we go. I think I'll be having a late spring, early summer beach kind of theme centerpiece in my booth because I've got a lot of shell stuff, some sand bottles, some sea creatures, like I have a dolphin and a manatee and a seal, different carved pieces of wood. And I think I'm going to set up that sort of a little themed display as soon as we get through probably Easter time. I think that sounds like a good time to put that out. So this guy is the I think it's Sandy Craft or something like that. It doesn't have a mark underneath. It's a little giraffe, baby giraffe sitting down. He would be a $5 start. We sold these at Hallmark when I worked there in the 80s and 90s. They did really cute. They had a lot of puppies and kittens, and then they had like the wild animals that they did very detailed little figurines of. Oh, wait, here it is on this side. Nope, I can't read that. Right there. I think it starts with sand. Sand art, sand something is the brand name. But it's like a newborn giraffe that's just kind of sitting down, waiting to learn how to walk. And a lot of times they were done in the pastel or the very pale neutral colors. But great detail on them. Couldn't pass up the giraffe. So this will be one that'll be, it's just a single Bunnykins mug, $5 start. I've had the children's sets before. That's the mug, the plate, and the bowl. This one was just a mug by itself. Several different patterns that they've had over the years in the Bunnykins. This one looks like we have like a little dollhouse with the kids playing with it. We have the running bunnies at the top on the trim, and there is the mark underneath. These should be made in England, I believe. Yep, English fine bone china, Bunnykins, registered trademark. And it doesn't have a year on it. I remember my grandma getting these children's sets for when my kids were born. Quite like a little traditional thing for gifts for babies back in the day. And there's another bunny on this side playing with dolls and a teddy bear. So that is the scene on this mug. Mm-hmm. All right, I have this little brass display case, I guess, for lack of a better term for it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches tall. Almost that. Wow, we are blipping out tonight. Lovely. So it has a little velvet. I'm trying to open it and holding it shut at the same time. A velvet piece of fabric on the bottom. Somebody just made like a little cushion, so if they had something they didn't want to move around in there. Probably a $12 start. I probably put 16 to 18 on my booth. It has this little latch right here that just bumps over the edge. It doesn't really hold it shut, but it needs to be pushed down a little bit, and the tension would be great on it. So the inside of it is just about 3.5 inches tall here to about right here. So up to the point, it's probably is 4 inches tall. If you had something right smack in the middle of it, probably needs a little bit of some probably Windex and make it nice and sparkly. I've been putting a bunch of stuff, throwing it in the sink, just letting it soak, and I didn't want to do that with the metal, and therefore this one didn't get the total clean business before I brought it up here on YouTube. So it has these little ball feet on all 4 corners, and at the very top, there's got to be a name for this shape. It's kind of like the shape of the Washington Monument. Is it let's see. It's got a weird name. Oh, hi, Verlaine. How are you doing tonight? But it's nice to put something in that you're worried about it not getting dust on it, and or something that is very fragile that you can set to the side and not worry about. That's it. Being bumped. An obelisk. That's the one. Kim got it. Kim gets a point. Thank you, Ms. Verlaine. I'll put you down for the case, display case. And if anybody didn't hear at the beginning, I am going to be combining and kind of keeping an open box for probably basically a month. Oh yeah, that as well. And so unless there's something that somebody wants or needs, well, the problem with that is that I'm not going to be home a lot, and that's what I'm trying to work around, is do an open box long enough while I'm on the road. So I guess that would be the thing. I have this set of I think they're like little salt dips. Salt. Yeah, call them salt dip. They're porcelain. I think I'm going to need to start these around. I can start them at 24 because I think I'm going to at the beautiful table settings show. I think I'm going to probably have them somewhere around 35 to 40, but they are super cute, gorgeous colorway. Now that is it. It almost is like an optical illusion. So the body of the fish goes down, it goes in for the salt dip, and then the fins are flat out. So to hold it a couple different directions, upside down, all the ways. Here is the marking on the back, made in Japan. There's a set of 4. They're all different colorways, but in the really bright color combinations. So it says Chubu, CHUBU, China, made in Japan. There we go. If we can get the glare off of it. They are beautiful. They have this great gold detailing with the scales and the lines on the fins. So there's that one. You can kind of see the dip itself, the dish. They are right at 3 inches by 2.5, and are just a little bit deeper, depending on how tall this fin is, than a 1/2 inch deep. So that's the second one in the orange. The third one here, we have yellows, purples, the black, the blue. I mean, all different colors mixed in. And they just did a gorgeous job. And I'm really surprised that there's not a lot of wear on them, in terms of especially, nobody'd put them in the dishwasher. And this one is great too. Purples, greens, yellows. This one, he's got a little angry face going on there. It's kind of giving the side eye. But beautiful little set if you were setting a table to have something fun with a tropical theme. Or I bet you could even figure out a way to do a little, like a miniature plate. Like they have the metal plate hangers. You might be able to find a small enough one to hang them on the wall. So they're like, you could have like a little arrangement of them kind of swimming on the wall. But gorgeous colorway. So, and actually now that I'm looking at them, 2 of them, 2 are one shape and 2 are the other shape. So these are the different shapes. I'm going to hold them all. So this shape and this one has like that little extra fin down by my thumb, and those just have the big fins. So I'll put them off to the side. And they don't like to stack. They like to just slide off of each other. Okay. Next, I have some of the little German plates. I'm going to say $3 each, and just go through them pretty quick. And if there's one you're interested in, we'll do a keyword. These are 4 inches across. They're all in German, so I'm not going to butcher all the words on them. And I'm not seeing marks. They're not all marked on the back. Porcelain, manufactured. Oh, they're Bavarian, which is German. So there's the mark on the back. So porcelain manufacturing, or floss porcelain manufacturing, Bavaria. So I've seen these too, where you can hang them like between, like if you have like a door, two doorways that are really close to each other, and you can hang little plates down that. Or if you have a little spot you need to fill in your gallery wall. So this one looks like we have some, I mean, here in Colorado, I'd probably call them rock formation, like red rock sandstone formations, but whatever that is. And in the other country, I don't know what kind of rock it is, but that one is the rock formations. I think they're all black and white as well. So this one we have the like the traditional dress costume of the area. That one does have the mark on the back. This one is like a big main street. So we have cars parked. I don't know if it's a main street, like a shopping area, or I think that's like I would say that's more like a village with a shopping area kind of thing, with the cars parked there. it wouldn't be just one house. This one's, yeah. I think this one's a church. Again, with the mark on the back. Next up, looks like we have the an alpine scene. Mountains in the background, and then the village down below with the spires and the rooftops. This one looks like a castle. The mountains in the background. Let's see, is that a duplicate? This one's a duplicate. So this is, I have two of the one with the mountains in the background, and then you can see the whole city. So I have two of those. We have another kind of castle-looking scene with a bridge. It's up on the hill with a bunch of shrubberies. We did that castle. Here is one. Well, it's got the folks that were dressed up in their their cultural costumes in front of, well, the house, the building, the castle, whatever it is. So you kind of get all of it, and looks like we have a crest as well on that one. Next is another city scene, cityscape. So we have the rolling hills coming up to it. Some of the spires of the churches and the building and the rooftop again. There's no mountains in the background on that one. And a different style church. Kind of has that bulbous top on the tower. And then a little bit of a mountain scene in the background. A little more alpine, again, looking. And the last one is a little different scene because it doesn't have, this has like a white half-inch band. It doesn't go all the way to the edge. We have the arched bridge going to the city. A lot of trees going up the hill and the buildings of the city into the background of it. So those are all the choices on the German plates. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 different ones, or Bavarian as the porcelain company name on the back of them. So now I'm going to go to some not breakable items. I got a bag full of, well, that's not helpful. This looks like handcrafted crocheted items. This one is a little duck. Looks like you need to fill him up with something here in the back. And he's got a little saying that someone hand wrote. It says, "I may be just a little duck, not good for much, it seems. But if you give me my belly a hug, I'll pop you jelly beans." So you fill it up with jelly beans and then you squish on it, and out pops the jelly beans. So it's got a little felt duck bill here. This was and there's the tie to keep it nice and tight to keep the jelly beans in. $2 a piece, $2 on this little jelly bean duck. That's, I got a whole bag of the hand crocheted stuff. I didn't know what I was getting. This one's a little magnet. It'll just be $1. It's a strawberry. It, glued on some magnets on the back side, and then you got the strawberry with the leaves. So there's that one. Now this one, I know there's a reason for this. I don't remember what people hung on these. So they're like rings, and then they've attached them all together. And I know there was something that they used to use this for hanging things on. I don't know what. I haven't seen one of these in forever. I don't remember what they would hang from it. Anybody had one of these on the wall? Their grandma had one on the wall? Maybe you can remind me, or all of us in the chat. what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rings. It's gonna be a $3 start. I just don't remember what it was. And if I'm not mistaken, these have the plastic that went around the 6-packs of cans of pop. And they use those for the plastic ring or a plastic butter lid that was cut out or something like that. So to keep the shape. I can't remember what they used to hang on that. That's crazy. That I don't know. Okay. Unhook. This will be a $3. We have a I'm gonna say strawberry again, pot holder. We have some curly leaves, but it's got the yellow little dots for the seeds on the strawberry as a little hook for hanging. Pot holder or trivet or hang on the wall for decor. Strawberries are coming back again. And this one is my favorite. What did we used to have? Did they just used to hang these on the wall with the doll face in them? Super cute with the curly edge, the pom-poms. This would be a $5 start. It's got styrofoam inside and the back. And I don't think it had anything else connected to it. It's got a button. Oh, I wonder if it hung a towel off of it or something, because there is a button here on the back side. So, but look at her. She's just so innocent. Super cute. I mean, how long did it take? I mean, I never learned how to crochet, but it had to take a while to just sit and do all these stitches, especially these fancier ones that are curly and everything. But fun little crochet projects. Which then might look right. True. That's right. You're right. Kitchen towel hanging, make it look like it's her dress or whatever. I think you are correct. I think we've gotten it between the two of us. I have a few plushies. I need to, my plush hanger was getting pretty thin. I filled it up right last week before I had my little my little hurrah at the booth, and I'm gonna have to price a whole bunch more to take in. This guy is adorable. He is a monster from Gund. He'll be a $5 start. He's a nice teal color. He's got purple. He's got orange. He's got yellow. He's got purple on his backside. He looks like he's creeping up on someone to scare him. Perfect little boy plush. So many of them are, dolls and cute little critters for girls, but how often do you see a monster? This one will be a $3. It's an Aurora giraffe. It has that super soft, silky, minky fabric. It is a smaller size, which means it kind of like the height of a tie, which is about 8-9 inches tall. Cute little giraffe. I have another Aurora. And this is a the white owl. All right, Kim. What kind is the white owl? The winter owl, the snow owl. He's got white fuzzy feet. He's a little bit more firm. He has beans at the bottom so he can stand up. There you go. We all got a point. He's not as floppy as some of the plush, so he can stand up. He's got those beautiful golden eyes. The owl he'll be a $4 start. Sorry, Kim. He does have the solid white on the backside of his wings as well. So the Aurora, the Gund, and the Douglas. Those are the great brands I love looking for. Another Aurora. This is a Buffalo Tatonka. Brand new. Still has the hang tag. Original retail. He would tag on it $4 start on the buffalo. It even says he's got a tag that talks about the American bison. Might have come out of a national park or some sort of a touristy thing like that. So there is the buffalo. And I have a few more small plushies, and then I have some what are we going to call those? Let me think about what we're calling those. These little these two small ones are going to be $4 starts. This is that really good brand I've had before in the finger puppets, the Folk Manus Puppet Company. Originally a $9 finger puppet. This is the baby penguin. Super cute little guy. And then this one is the same company. You can tell by the end of the tag, but somebody did cut off the tag. And we have the little kitty cat. The cat reminds me of like a little gray calico or tabby. But cute little finger puppets. The cat has like gripper inside so that your fingers don't slip out as easily, because sometimes you don't get your finger in there enough and they fall off. But I mean, your whiskers are a little sad there, Mr. Kitty Cat, but those are $4 start on the finger puppets. Miss Nancy, what would you like? These are the finger puppet. The cat. Or, okay, so MJ, we have Nancy in, or okay. So Nancy said 4. MJ said penguin. So Nancy said cat. So there we go. So MJ would need to be, yep, on the cat. And the penguin, we had only one person interested in. Oh, I should have stuck this on the thing. That is the cat. So I'm going to hold them both together, but I think MJ is out and Nancy is in. So then it looks like, yep. You got MJ. Nancy's at, yeah, there we go. Okay. So Nancy at 6 on the cat. And then this one was the original for MJ for the penguin. Okay. Perfect. Right there. And let you count it down. I need to. Just sitting here looking, I'm like, oh, I have a couple pieces of decanters that I need to try all my stoppers on to make sure I can't make some marriages. For my glass that I need to pack up. All right, I got Nancy for the cat at 6 and MJ for the penguin at 4. I believe we're all on the same page with that. Thank you. So next choice of these will start at $2 each. I have a chick in the Squishmallow, like clip-on or keychain style. The little yellow pastel chick. Eyes are squinted shut. Does it have a name on these? I don't think they have names on the Squishmallows. Nope. So we have the yellow chick. And I have a little octopus. There's like an orange rust color, more like a velvet or velour than a plush pile. And then it's like an ochre color underneath. He's also on the little keychain hang tag. And he is This is made in California, or the company is out of California. It doesn't have a specific brand on the tag. But I thought he was kind of fun and more realistic looking. So that's why I grabbed him. And then I have $2 starts on the choice of a couple different little Disney Winnie the Pooh characters. This one is kind of funny because he looks like a slice of pizza to me, but it's basically Tigger's face that's been embroidered. Kind of a triangular wedge with the ears. Got all the fun long tags. Tell us all about all the things from Disney. So we have Tigger's face, and then I have the choice of Pooh in a Tigger costume. There was a tag, but it has been cut off right there. Looks like his hood comes off so you can see his face. Other than that, I don't think the costume comes off. The main guy here. Or I have Piglet, also in a Tigger costume, and his hood comes off as well. You see his little ears and the tail, and again, that's where his tag was. That's been trimmed down really close. But I thought those were, I hoped there were other ones, but I hadn't seen, I couldn't find any other ones than Pooh, Piglet, and the Tigger face. So, all right. So we have, are they all for MJ? So we got Tigger face, Pooh is Tigger. Okay, but Mom came in on Pooh is Tigger at 2. So MJ was there first. Piglet is Tigger. Mom says 3. Oh, we've really messed up the choices, haven't we? Okay, the only one I see is MJ on the Tigger. Face. So then this one is Pooh is Tigger, is the one that we're going back and forth between with Mom and MJ. And then the Piglet are only for MJ. Thank you, Kim. So MJ's at 4 on the Pooh Tigger. And Mom needs to let us know whether she's in or out. Out. Okay. So we're going to have, so we have Tigger, face, and Piglet. And then 4 for Pooh. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. And then in looking ahead to spring, as we do, I have these fun little, I should get one out that's not wrapped up. What do they call them? Like whirligigs, or stuff that hang from hang outside and that the wind twirls them around. These will be $5 each. I think I had them for 8 or 10 out at the booth. So they have a giant marble that has like a carnival finish to it, and they're wrapped in a copper coil or copper look coil. They are just about 11 inches long and then come with a string with a little split ring for them to be hung from. So I told you how much they are. I have the cobalt marble. I have 2 of those available. I know I have another one hiding somewhere, but when and if I find it back, I'll offer it if people want it. So I have 2 of the cobalt marble. It, like, if I wanted to move it, like, I'm totally twisting it. It sits down in there and it is snug down in there. It doesn't move. It just gives you that optical illusion of it spinning in the coil. So I have 2 of those in the cobalt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 of the green available. That's not a good. The green marbles are a little bit, they're not like stuck in place. And I have 8 of the green marbles available. And then, of course, I pull one that doesn't have a thing for me to spin it for you. Here we go. Scare me. There we go. There's that one. They're fun to have on the porch. I have some wind chimes. They're fun to just watch. It's that sit here and stare at it. So I have green ones and I have the blue ones. The blue ones do not, like I said, do not move. For some reason, the green ones are a little different shape on the spiral. And I think they're all kind of a little bit different on their coil. They're kind of little different shapes at the end. So Mom's interested in a green one. Okay. I'll put you down for one, Mom. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they won't, like the marble won't come out at the end because of how the coil is at the top. But that's what I was concerned about at first. But it does move around a little bit more on the green. So, all right, one green spinner at $5 for Mom. Nancy would like a green one. Okay. I'll get you down for one of those. Perfect. I got you I'll pull 2 green. Some of them are in the bag still. I'll probably just pull ones that are in the bag so make sure all the pieces are in there and all the good stuff. Oh, I know what else I pulled for tonight. How are we doing so far? Miss Cindy. You got it. Cindy B. 1 blue, 1 green spinner. Perfect. Oh, that's because I put this on top of it. That's why I didn't see it at first. All right, everybody, don't fall off. Everybody stay up there. No fooling around, you critters. I found the last of the miniatures that were hiding from me downstairs. I moved a couple things and well, look at that. There's the rest of the miniatures I was looking for. So I think we'll do this and we'll be pretty close to right on time for being right at about our 2-hour mark tonight, and we'll be all set. So let's see. This will be a $12 start. It's like a little China buffet or a hutch. It is plastic. Has like an acetate film in the windows of the doors, and the drawers also come out. So the doors open. You can put things on the shelves. This drawer comes open. I think the other ones do too. Yeah, there's the other drawer. There's the second drawer. And the top drawer also comes out and opens. It has the red velvet is attached for the detailing. And then we have a lot of gold highlights throughout on the feet and the handles and the crisscross hatching on the windows. It says Ideal Toys Made in Japan underneath right there. So that should be, again, the 50s, 60s kind of age for that one. I think this one is new because it's made in China, but it's like another. Okay, so that hutch, we want to know how tall it is. The hutch is 5.5 inches tall. And then I have the bookshelf. It's all white plastic. I believe it had a made in China sticker on it. This will be an $8 start. And it is 7.25 inches tall, 7 3/8 inches tall. Be good for setting on a shelf and putting miniatures on as well. It is a couple inches taller than that hutch. It's just a basic, I mean, it just looks like a bookshelf. I don't know how else to describe it, honestly. But a great little place to display miniatures. These guys are going to be $2 each, Kim, as far as I know, unless I tell you something different. We have miniature postcards. So they were, or cards, assorted cards. So it looks like there's about 6 in there. They're all teeny tiny in the bag. There's a Santa one in the front. Merry Christmas. Boy, these are hard to read. A happy anniversary. Something else. The other couple are on top of each other, so I can't. But there's a little Santa one. These are tiny. They're like under a ½ inch. They're between a ½ and 3/8 inch wide, and then right at about a 1/4 inch the other way. So teeny tiny little postcards. This will still be a $2 start, I think. What is this one? What is... This is like a little pewter mug. It's like a baby mug. Like pot metal pewter. It says baby on it. Little tiny handled mug. And it almost looks like it's got something in it. Like it's filled to look like it has liquid in it. And it is just at that right under a ½ inch tall as well. This stuff should be like the real dollhouse size scale. These are awesome. Somebody did a really cute job making these. I don't know what they used for them, but they did a really good job. These are assorted miniature buttons. So you have like the little card with the buttons on them. There's 5 cards. So we have some yellow, some green, some purple, some gold. 1 to 4 buttons a piece. Again, those are the teeny tiny size that are like a 1/4 inch by a ½ inch. For putting on like a little next to a sewing table or sewing machine in a dollhouse. I have, Mom wants those. All right. Hey, Mom. Mini buttons. Put that over there. I have another one of the assorted cards. So these have some love, so Valentine's, and their heart. Happy birthday. I think there's 6 in that pack again for the cards. We have 3 little vases. I think they are acrylic. Yep, they're acrylic. So $2 each. We have an emerald. We have a purple or dark burgundy. It kind of looks more purple though. And a clear. Now I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to put like a little stem down. Like I extended the lead on the pencil and it goes down in there. So you could put a little dried flower arrangement in those. Again, here we go. Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be great? I mean, they are melon shaped. Here they are on the top of the bookshelf, so you can start your own little display. But they really pick up the light, really fun. So green, purple, and clear on those. Yes, they do have they surprisingly do. All right. Now for all of our little coffee lovers, these are the miniature like Starbucks or coffee shop kind of little cups. These are new. So I have two of the polka dot ones. I have two in the green kind of style. I think they're kind of a winter looking motif because this one is red with snowflakes. Mom wants a green vase. Okay, I'll put you down for it, Mom. Now I put my lead away. Got it. And then I have two of the red with looks like little holly on them. And then I have two of the red and white. I'm trying to figure out what this pattern is. Almost looks like flames or just snow. I don't know. It's just a squiggly design in red and white. So those are all the little coffee tumblers. And I'm going to get the vase out for Mom. So don't forget the little green vase. Thank you. Let's see. Well, that is empty. So that's what fell out in the first place. Okay, these are hilarious. I love these. I know these are new, but they look like little Target or little shopping bins. I'm guessing they might be a little bit bigger. They're probably not true dollhouse size, but $2 each. I have 4 of them. They stack. Like if you have a little store, they're probably more Barbie size than dollhouse size. So they are about 1.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches long, and right at 1.5 inches tall. So they would be really cute to put those little mini brands in. You want to put them in a display. They totally remind me of the little Target shopping carts, shopping baskets. What else? It became a really big conglomeration of different things. I don't know about that. Okay. This one just says handcrafted miniatures. I think they're supposed to be miniature ornaments for like a Christmas tree. They're like little brass ornaments, and a couple of them have rhinestones on them. Because there's a little gingerbread man, there's a Santa face, there's an angel, a star, and I don't know what the other ones are. They're so tiny. And a couple, yeah, I can't tell what the other 2 are. But those are meant to be like little metal, like stencil cut out metal ornaments, like Christmas ornaments. I have another bag of assorted cards times 2. So I have 4 total of those assorted cards. Okay, I'm not missing anything, am I? I'm not hollering at me. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. What are these? These are kids' toys. I don't know. This one's meant to be like a little jester. Like a little mini dowel with flannel felts, little jester. I mean, like for the kids' room in a dollhouse. It's about 1.25 inches by 1.5 inches tall. Now, I don't know which direction this little doll is supposed to go. Or if it's supposed to, I think it's like the doll that you put like the little rings or is it like a candle? No, it's a candle holder. The little candle. And then it looks like a little mini like Russian doll that's holding the candle. So that's a candle, I think. These are up for interpretation. It is just over 1 inch tall and 3/8 of an inch across. It's so hard. I don't know which direction to hold it, and it wants to focus on my face. There's that one. I love this. This is very clever. Do I love them all? I guess I do. A little Chinese checkers game, and they use the seed beads as marbles. They're all glued on, like a cardboard printed board game. And so it's about 1.5 inches each direction, a little bit bigger than that. It's got a tag on the back that says made in Taiwan. So a little checkers game for like the kids' table. Mom says she wants the checkers. Okay. Got it. Put your vase and your checkers together. So they won't fall off. What is this one? We did those. What on earth? This is like why you have this in a dollhouse. I have no idea. Looks like a little, I don't know, a Roman helmet, conquistador helmet. It's like metal. I mean, it's got an original $28. I'm going to open this bag. This is $28 price tag in there. Why? I don't know. If it's solid gold, we're going to rethink this. Oh, yeah, the buttons are already off to the side. Yeah, there they are. The buttons are off to the side. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know who, I mean, wherever this was originally, little teeny tiny $28 price tag. I don't think it's a precious metal. I just think that it's a nicer done miniature. Well, kind of like a museum display piece. Oh, kind of a Roman-esque, I would think. I don't see any markings in it. The front, there's nothing like even like, it doesn't say anything. It just looks like a crest on the front. So got me on that one. Whatever that was originally. Okay, let's put those staples in the trash. Don't want to step on those. Now this one is a dollhouse size card and envelope. So the difference in this one is that there's only one card, one envelope versus like the single like postcard kind of style ones in the other packages. Okay, dokie. That is okay. Spool of thread. These are newer ones. They're just little plastic buckets. So I have a white bucket and a pink bucket, like for going to the beach or sandbox, like for a little Kelly doll kind of size. That's what those are. They're about 1.5 inches tall and yeah, about 1.5 inches wide at the top. But those are a newer plastic style. What's in this little box? It is kind of interesting when I'm like, oh, I knew I had some more of this stuff just hanging around somewhere. It needed to get, it didn't get all sorted originally. Okay. We have, oh my. It's like a little picnic tablecloth napkin with, what do we have here? So we'll just do, we'll do the picnic cloth napkin, tablecloth, with a little plate of watermelon slices. So they're like 3 slices of watermelon, and on this little plaid paper plate. And the watermelon is like, this one has the rind to the red. It's like a little wedge. So there's 3, one's a slice and 2 are like the triangle pieces that you get. So that's a little picnic set. Go on a little park scene or something. I have the silverware set. So 1 knife, 1 fork, 1 spoon. They are all under an inch long, about an inch long, and I mean, 1/8 of an inch wide. Oh, goodness, the glare. There we go. They're metal. They're about 1/8 of an inch wide with 1 inch long. I don't know what that is. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I have 2 sets of silverware, 2 place settings. So there's the second one. So I have a pie. It's more of a resin. It has attached in the little metal pie pan. Can't tell what flavor it is. Doesn't really have any coloring to tell us what flavor it is. It is just about 1 inch across. It also feels a little bit like the polymer clay on the side. We can do these together. We have the little bitty basket with 2 cans of beverages. We have 1 little bitty Pepsi. Good for a football game. And those fit right in that little woven basket. I'm going to sneeze again. Gosh, darn it. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. And this little set, I think we need to start at at $4. It's like a little lemonade set. We have the pitcher and 4 glasses, and it is like on sticky inside the little plastic case so they all stand up. And it is taped shut, so I can't open it easily. So kind of go with the picnic table. The lemonade and the watermelon and the checker cloth would make a really cute little setting. And so there is that. I did all those little bitties. I'm going to put them back in this little box. They're teeny tiny ones. All right. I have like a little coffee set. They're like a cup and saucer with a little swirled coffee designs on the top. Looks like it's, seeing that one's, yeah. If you're interested in mugs and cup and saucer like that, let me know. I don't think they had the right number of cups and saucers, but I have the white ones and some brown ones in that. And then these are my favorite They're miniature, like Happy Meal buckets for Halloween. These are going to be $3 each. I have a green little witch. I have the surprise little pumpkin bucket. So they're about yay big, which means they are under 1.5 inches tall and right at about 1.5 inches across. The lids do come off and they have the little handle. And if you ever had the little boo buckets, these are the miniature ones. They're so cute. The black and white ghost. The purple jack-o'-lantern. This one is a little bit paler orange jack-o'-lantern. So this was the first one. So there's the two orange ones, MJ. One's like excited and one's typical jack-o'-lantern face. And then I also have the darker orange in the jack-o'-lantern face. So you just let me know which one you want to go with. The second one. Okay, so the lighter orange jack-o'-lantern face. The ghost. The darker jack-o'-lantern also. And the purple jack-o'-lantern. Okay. So what I have left then is the green. No, she's not necessarily a witch. She's just more like, she's got like little eyelashes. And then the, okay. That's easier. Thank you, MJ. So that is, unless there's anybody else who's in on those, that's 6 times the 3, the mini buckets, like the Happy Meal style. Cool. All right. Thank you. I love these. I wish they made them like even smaller. You can make little earrings out of them, like just a little bit, about that big. They'd be really super cute as earrings. And I think I've seen them as ornaments where they've taken like a couple different ones and chained them together for an ornament. I think I've seen those too. So the only other thing I have left in here in the minis is some of the little, they're new, but they're the glitter Santas that are made to look vintage. These would be $1 each. They didn't make it into the Christmas bucket yet. Christmas box. I have a blue glitter mini Santa. I have a red glitter Santa. Let me see if I can get the face. There we go. So I have like pipe cleaner around for the fur on his hat and around for his beard, and then the same thing around for the fur on his coat. Hot pink, gold, silver, and green. Those are the 6 colors of the mini Santas. I'll put these back in this bag. And then I think the only thing, I have 1 lone spool of thread. That'll go in like a bag with some of their buttons for the booth. And the only other thing I have is, which is really even hard to show, but it's supposed to be miniature ice. But it looks just like the little seeds. It's supposed to be miniature ice cubes. It looks like the little silicone beads almost that they put in the packets for keeping things dry. That's what they look like, but they're more of a square, like more of a cube than that. So, all right. Let me put the little buckets in here so I keep all the lids together quick. And that is the end of the miniatures that escaped being organized earlier. And I got those. That was in there. Shelf. Yeah, that's the end of all the miniatures. So those will need to get organized wherever the rest of the miniatures went. And I think we have made it to the end of what I had odds and ends. I mean, you know, I haven't barely had time to even go out and do much shopping. I've been out like once. They're like, "Where have you been?" I said, "Well, I've been sick, unfortunately." And I am saving some I did find the rest of the glass candies, so I'm going to save those for another glass night. And they'd be small enough that I could take them with me if I need to have something like that for on the road for a live. So that's, but good news is I found them back. So yeah, I think we've made it through all the things and all the stuff tonight. So thank you everybody for joining me, coming back here in the new year. I appreciate it so much. I look forward to seeing you all kind of on the new crazy schedule for Becky on the road. And basically the boxes will be through February this time. So I'll just keep everything. And if I'm on the roads, I'll put it together. I'll invoice it all at once. And hopefully that will simplify things and help keep us a little more straight. So thank you, Kim. I appreciate all your help with the modding tonight. Thank you so much. And everybody have a great night. So hope to see y'all soon. Next time. Bye-bye.